I
need no introduction.
I was going to say, Michael knew exactly who we were. I knew exactly who I was expecting the other Tom, to be honest, to get out of the car.
Oh, you expecting...
I was more excited.
Yes.
I was expecting Tom or Thomas Jacks.
The Tom of Thomas Jacks.
Yeah, not Tom.
TJ Tom.
Well,
I am the more reliable Tom.
You are the more reliable Tom.
More reliable Tom, and I have better sideburns. Well, I have sideburns, which
I like the fact that you have sideburns that are longer than your hair.
The sideburn.
That is a real strong look.
It's the Eddie Hitler look from. Have you ever watched Bottom?
Yes.
Yes, the Eddie Hitler
I
look.
didn't want to comment, but there is a damn fine resemblance there.
It is.
Is he dad or?
He's not. No, he. Growing up, I think I mentioned Sam already. We were huge Bottom fans. It came out when I was about 11, 12.
You will have seen Tom on Sam's YouTube channel, that being SRS Power.
Yes.
This is Tom off of SRS Power.
Hello.
But he's now Tom from Thomas Jacks.
I am indeed, yes. Well, I'm both, really.
You both, yeah.
But yeah, that's what we watch. We still watch Bottom over and over and over again. I know every episode, inside out. Sam is Richie, I'm Eddie.
Sam is Richie, isn't he?
Sam is Richie. Sam talks for England, has lots and lots of things to say, goes off on tangents.
Has floppy hair as well.
Has floppy, well, not so floppy anymore.
No, but he had.
I'm more like Eddie, sit in the background, say very little.
And you look just like him too.
Well, thank you.
In a kind of way. Or you look similar enough to each other.
Exactly.
That is uncanny. That is uncanny. So what's Sam like? I mean, apart from yourself, let's start with less product stuff.
Sam is...
In real life.
What's Sam like in real life? Sam, I call him computer Sam, basically, because he was IT. He's a geek, really. He's very. There's nothing he doesn't know about computers. That's probably a lie because I don't know a lot about computers. To me, Sam knows everything about computers, literally everything. And if you ask him a question about computers, he will tell you in every single detail what you need to know. And he will tell me, and it will go all over my head. And I'll just go, bro, could you just tell me if it's broken or fixed? Yeah, basically. I'll just take him a computer and go, can you just sort that for me? And he go, I know what's wrong with it. You need to X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. It's easy. All you need to do is, and I'll just sit there and go, yeah, I'll just leave it here. I'll come back next week.
Yeah.
And it'll be fixed. He's my best mate. I've known him since I was 4.
Oh, wow.
We met on the naughty step at nursery school. And we've been good mates ever since.
How come you've got a different accent to him? Or does he put that on for camera?
Have I got a different accent to him? I said we've both got a Worcester twang, definitely.
No, you're northern. You're
whoa. We're going to fall out.
He was that far north, genuinely.
We live in the same town. We grew up in the same town. We've grown up within, I think, the 5 or 6 miles we lived apart. Something like that, and I think the fastest I ever got to his house, this is going on a massive tangent, I lived with my parents, he lived with his parents, I had an argument with my parents and got to his parents' house in 6 minutes, something like that. Anyway.
On foot?
No, in my Golf GTI.
Very cool. What model?
Mark II.
Nice.
We both had Mark IIs at that stage, yeah. Both were into our cars massively. Both did a bit of airgun stuff when we were young. More so Sam, his dad shot. His dad was just a shoot-driven pheasant and foxes and what have you. My parents, not against it, but it wasn't really their thing. Yeah. I did cadets and what have you and a bit at school. And then more recently, last 6 years, we got back into it when we are adults and allowed to go and buy things on our own and screw things into walls of our own houses so we can have gun cabinets, and kind of got a bit carried away from then on, really. To be honest with you, I did anyway. I'm a gun guy. I like guns and I like shooting and I like buying lots of guns and having lots of guns and lots of ammo. Sam likes hunting. He's into his hunting. He likes guns, but not like I do.
He likes using the guns for that as opposed to enjoying the thing.
Exactly. He won't buy a gun to just go and shoot at the club. I've got, Enfields, lever actions, long-barrel revolvers.
Give us a list, not too concise, obviously, but your favouriteest out of the many.
Oh, that's hard. Probably the Enfield.
Yeah, what have you got?
I've got a number 1 Mark 1 SMLE.
Nice.
1909 that I stumbled across knowing nothing about them in the club shop. Club shop's normally full of tat. People just run off their ticket, and stumbled across that and went, oh, this looks quite nice. Picked it up, had a look at it. A couple of other guys from the club were like, yeah, that is genuinely a really, really good gun. You should buy that. And in there I went, I'll have that.
Is it a shooter?
Oh, God, yeah.
Accurate?
Well, it's got me shooting it, but it's
not... You a good shot? Good rifle shot?
Not really with a rifle, no.
Good shotgun shot?
All right with a shotgun, yeah. I would like
That's clays, pigeons.
Clays, pigeons, practical. Whoa. I'm getting quite big into my practical now.
Okay. You enjoy it?
I love it. Probably my second favourite gun is my pump action.
Okay, so you got your pump. You had a Mossberg 500.
Yep, I still have it because I don't like selling guns.
Yeah, obviously.
I like having things.
More is more. Less is just less.
More better.
Yes.
Saying at work is more better. It must be better. People are obsessed with zoom and stuff like that in this country. It must be better if it has more zoom. Not always, but whatever they want. If they spend the money, that's up to them.
Well, they keep us both in jobs, which is nice.
Certainly do.
And people's folly is wonderful.
But yeah, so I've progressed to a Benelli Supernova.
Yeah.
Which is 3.5-inch chamber, so it's got a nice big loading port.
So you used to shoot in standard manual?
I shoot in standard manual, yes.
I learnt all this. I went up and saw Callum. We did a video together on last week. I did my first practical.
Excellent. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. If I had and it's a time thing. I've got kids and life and that sort of thing. So if I had the time to do it, I'd love to. I genuinely, I think I'd really, really enjoy it. But I have such a limited amount of time that I can dedicate to being selfish, which is purely what it is. Obviously, non-family time is selfish time.
Yeah.
That I can't stop what I'm doing for that, unfortunately.
I
Give me
fully
a few
understand.
years, yeah, I'll be there.
Thank you.
I'm just not going to stop me practicing for the next time I see him. That I'm not going to act like such a bimbling idiot.
So what's the excuse today then?
It's just me.
Well,
it's just me.
For the practical side, again, I'm very lucky. We've got a club 10 minutes from the house, and they do a club competition every month. Every weekend is a different discipline. Mini rifle. We have a 2-gun, lever action. So I can jump in the car. I can get there within 10 minutes. Shoot a competition, have a cup of tea, chew the fat, set the worlds to right with all my friends there, and be back by a sensible time on a Sunday to keep my lovely girlfriend happy. She has started dragging me away from that though because she wants to go clay shooting more recently, which is okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to share together.
It is, yes. And she is improving massively at that, which is really good to see.
Do you shoot registered or just standard, just local sporting?
Just fun, yeah, local sporting. I've got to a point where I don't think I'm going to get much better unless I really start going clay shooting every weekend, which A, I haven't got time for, B, I can't really afford. But I don't want the pump action, the practical. I'm quite competitive. I'm very competitive with actually.
And you don't want to disadvantage yourself.
By
taking your time away.
And I don't want to take the fun out of the clay shooting.
Yeah.
The clay shooting for me is a very. I've got quite a few friends who shoot, and we often get together, not always at the same time, and shoot together and have a laugh. And I want it to stay as fun.
Case in point, I ruined clay shooting myself by getting too competitive.
Exactly.
And once you get to a level, going downhill is a really hard thing to do. Because you don't practice enough, and you go, I should be doing better. I know I can do better.
Yeah.
And then you just don't enjoy it as much anymore, which is sad. You obviously shoot foxes and live things as well? Or?
I do shoot live things. I don't shoot that much. Again, it's time because you can. I went out with Sam the other week, and we spent several hours wandering around one of his permissions, and neither of us even pulled the trigger.
Doesn't matter. Had a good time?
Had a great time.
Exactly.
As I always say, at least I've had a walk around the countryside with a gun.
Opportunity.
Exactly.
The potential opportunity.
Yes.
Is where it's all at, isn't it?
But it was a lovely day. It's a lovely part of the country that we live in. But sometimes I just want to go and fire off a load of rounds. I'm just like that. I'm a gun guy.
Like I say, you have X amount of time. You've got to use it to satisfy yourself.
Exactly.
To the best of our ability. Win the lottery, I'd spend 4 days a week walking around the countryside doing nothing.
Exactly.
But I'd also have 3 other days to go and make lots of noise.
Yeah. Well, I've started travelling a bit for competitions now as well.
Okay.
Shotgun. I've been to Cottesloe Heath at Bisley, and I've been to Shield now as well down in Dorset. Yeah, that's a very good facility.
Where do you rank? Are you a Grandmaster? I found out there's such things as Grandmasters.
Grandmaster. One of the guys at our club, Josh Hicks, is a Grandmaster. I've lent him some kit recently. To get to Grandmaster status, I think you have to win and also win all the rounds. You have to win the championship and win all the rounds. I could be wrong about this.
So clear everything.
You have got to be, and he is, he's done the last 2 years, I think he's been Grandmaster. And so far this year, he shoots mini rifle. I think he's won every single round so far. Honestly, it's incredible. He's been shooting I think he's only been shooting a few years as well. He comes to our club when we have the mini rifle competition, and we have a competition that we don't take that seriously because it's a very sociable club. And we'll all take it in turns to shoot the course of fire, and slowly the people's times will tumble. Some will get better, some will get better. And I think Josh works a lot of the time in the morning on a Sunday, and he'll usually turn up fairly late towards the end, and he will just clean up. He will just wipe the floor with all of us.
Just a dedicated sportsman, or?
He's very, very, yeah, he's very, very dedicated. He's very, very, thank you. The way he goes about it is he stops shooting shotgun now because he concentrates on mini rifle. He's got a spare rifle, which is set up exactly the same as his match rifle. So he's got a practice rifle and a match rifle. Everything is how it should be and perfectly, and nothing anything that will slow him down, he gets rid of it. Anything that speeds him up, it gives him an advantage, he will use.
Wow.
And a lot of practical is about strategy. There is accuracy and there is speed, but strategy. So he has to get strategy right. And honestly, he will just rinse everyone. There's some really good shooters at our club, and he rinses them. And it's all because of his attitude to the way he does it, the psychology of it. And he's fast, and he's accurate.
I was going to say, he's got a good bit of natural ability on top, I expect.
It's incredible to see him, someone who's that skilled, shoot that well. And there's plenty of other shooters out there in shotgun as well. Some of the people with shotgun, you think you've shot a good stage, and someone comes along and just rinses you. But as long as you enjoy it.
And you're only competing against yourself?
Exactly.
And everyone else.
Yeah. Good choice of biscuits, by the way.
Sam put us on some. Different Sam.
Oh,
Sam. He bought them.
Sam.
Cheap biscuits that taste really good. I'm quite satisfied by these, actually.
Good.
Very unexciting. So you now work for Thomas Jacks, the largest distributor of night vision and thermal in the country, pretty much.
Probably. We probably are, yeah. Certainly the best. Well, I work there, so it's got to be.
I was going to say, it's clearly better than all the others.
The sales manager definitely has the best hair out of any of the distributors. Spends the most time on it anyway.
Which obviously makes for a good team leader.
He's a fantastic team leader.
High quality hair.
Salon quality hair.
Salon quality hair. People pay for hair like his. And you brought some products down for us.
I have, yes.
Which are obviously some of the coolest things. We're going to start, obviously, with the coolest, which is the thermal range that you guys do, and that's obviously what you're known for, which is Pulsar.
Yes.
Tell me about thermal.
So, tell me about thermal. Thermal, the one phrase I hear over and over and over again. Now, bearing in mind, before I came to work for Thomas Jacks, which is just over 12 months ago, I didn't work in the shooting industry, hadn't used thermal, hadn't used night vision at all, and I pretty much knew nothing about it. So it is quite new to me. Everyone says the same thing, it's a game changer.
Yeah. Do you think that game is changed for the positive or the negative? You're obviously obliged to say positive for a work-related thing, but from a hunting perspective?
I'm going to say it's down to how you use it. It's down to it's like everything. Should you be able to walk off the street and buy a machine gun in this country?
No.
Yes, of course you should.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
People have got machine guns in private ownership in this country. They do have them. They don't go around shooting up schools and what have you. I know,
it's fascinating. But
it's all about what you do, who you are and what you do. It's not about the item, the tool. People get thermal is bad. Guns are bad.
Yeah, but from that logic, we should be able to have whatever we want, whenever we want.
Yeah, of course we should.
A bit like saying we should be allowed recreational Class A drugs because you're not going to get addicted.
Yeah, of course you are. That's another thing that I'm not going to go on to. The whole war on drugs is just...
No, it's not what it's talking about.
It's not. Yeah, it's insane.
Let's go back gun politics either. Thermal,
right. Sorry, I digress. This is the latest and greatest. This is superb. Yeah, this is the XM50 model. These are our samples we've got. Before everyone asks and phones up, we haven't got any stock yet.
So let's talk very quickly about the wider picture of thermal. Everybody knows your products by the letters and the numbers, and you spelled out earlier what those letters and numbers mean.
Yes.
Please.
Would you like me to
the rest of the world, so I don't get it incorrect?
The two letters. So this is an XM50. The two letters denote what sensor it has.
Okay.
So this is the XM sensor, which is a 12 micron sensor.
So sensor size, bigger, better?
Yes, usually, but obviously if your sensor is bigger, but the microns, this is 12 micron, the old XP is 17.
You explain to me very quickly.
So it's pixels, basically. Big TV, big...
Many pixels.
Many pixels, small pixels, fine detail.
Okay.
12 micron pixel.
How does a sensor work on thermal? Or is that...
It is magic.
Magic. Germanium magic.
Germanium, well, you can have a germanium lens because the thermal will not see through glass.
Okay.
There are also another type of lens that I cannot pronounce, chalcogenicide, which is a form of treated glass, I believe.
Okay.
Doesn't perform as well as germanium, but it is a lot cheaper.
Okay. So when we see all the crap night vision, that's that? Or the crap thermal?
Possibly.
That's possibly that.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. So germanium is the more expensive component?
It's much more expensive, yeah. Okay. For instance, the lens in that, if you wanted to replace the lens in that, you're looking, give or take, about £1,000 just for the lens.
Okay.
Probably, maybe a little bit more because to replace the lens.
So it is a large portion of the money of any good night vision is the lens?
Yes. Sensor does come into it as well. Sensor is very difficult to make and make well.
A thermal sensor.
Yes.
And that senses...
It's a microbolometer, I believe it's pronounced.
That is done on IR somehow.
It's infrared heat rather than infrared light.
So it's sensing infrared radiation as opposed to light.
Basically, yeah.
Awesome.
And the contrast between it. So today I was showing you some stuff outside.
Yeah, and you said sunlight bouncing off bonnets.
Yeah, it's not great because we're looking in a car park and it's a hot day.
You can see the sun radiating off the bonnets. Okay.
Nice cold crisp evening.
Something hot's going to stand out.
Yeah, fox wandering around or an intruder or something like that.
Yeah.
You will see them, they will really, really stand out. I mean, the trick is to try it in a field where there's hundreds of meters and you will be blown away by this.
Preferably on a cold night.
Preferably on a cold night. I mean, we were testing these, my colleagues were testing these at the Northern Shooting Show looking out the window. 300 metre dog, dog about 300 metres away, and apparently he could pretty much see the hairs on his head. I've not looked through it. I know everyone says we should know this stuff inside out, we should, but we haven't had these very long.
There's only so many hours in the day.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Like, to actually test, so we've had an XP38 on test for a little while, that we got and just wanted to use. So we've just been using it and trying to learn it and stuff, because actually learning the product is important for us as it is for you.
Very important, yeah.
I must have taken it out 20 times now. I still got to grips with how to use it properly. I mean, I can work my way around the tool and everything, but actually using it in a hunting situation, it's a very dedicated thing you have to use something a lot to be able to appreciate it fully, I think.
Yes.
Things. And I say, to actually use everything for as many hours as you need, you can get any work done.
Exactly. Some of my job has to be the normal sales part of it. Some of it is playing around with this stuff. We have to evaluate stuff. We have to test it.
You've got to know your products.
We've got to know our products, yeah. Fortunately, with Pulsar, it does sell itself.
Yeah.
Because it is such good kit. I mean,
it's got the market completely.
Yeah,
got the market.
It's the market leader, definitely. Yeah. And I'm sure there's stuff out there that could give you a better picture if you want to spend twice the money.
Yeah.
But it won't have the whole package with the
they are
Stream
very
Vision.
Much hunting tools, aren't they?
They are. They're designed for the hunting market.
So what you have in your hand is the thermal binocular.
Biocular.
Biocular.
Has one objective. Two eyepieces. So that is technically a biocular.
What is the advantage of that over just a XP50?
So it's the same really, but got two eyepieces. So if you're looking through a monocular for extended periods,
you end up with imbalanced vision.
Yeah, imbalance. So your night vision, for some people, will recover faster because they're both ruined the same. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
For me, I find it really uncomfortable to close one eye.
Yeah.
To go back to my rifle shooting, part of the reason I'm so terrible at rifle shooting is because I flinch, I shake, I don't like closing one eye.
You could wear an eye patch. And
this is
cut your leg off. Put some wood in the bottom.
Yep, and call me
Arg.
Long Tom Silver or something. Yeah. But they're far more comfortable. So if you're using them for extended periods, like a deer survey, they are ideal.
Yeah.
They are more bulky.
Are they worth the extra money?
People seem to think so, yes.
Yeah. They've got a rangefinder in as well.
They have I'll hold that up for the camera. That is a laser rangefinder, so you can ping that out and get a pretty much within a metre accurate distance. We do the same with the trail. I've got a trail up here, which is a thermal scope, which has a laser rangefinder on it, which is a fantastic bit of kit. But we can sell every one of these that we get. They are that popular.
Which is why it's always a waiting time for everything.
Yes, there's huge waiting times for this stuff because the factory cannot build enough. They have two main facilities, one Lithuania and one Belarus, and they work pretty much 24/7 building this kit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is the biggest market for them? Countrywide.
Well, for Pulsar, Yukon and Pulsar are the same company. But they cannot brand anything as Yukon in the States because of a trademark infringement.
Wow.
Yeah. The biggest market, the biggest distributor for Pulsar is the one in the United States, which is Cellmark. The second biggest distributor for Pulsar is Thomas Jacks.
The UK is a massive market for it, though. It's a
which is
market.
Strange to me, because
it's illegal in many other countries, isn't it?
Yeah, rifle-mounted stuff is illegal in Germany, and if you are in the Republic of Ireland, you need a license for a rifle-mounted thermal and possibly night vision as well.
Wow. I meant like more countrywide. You obviously
some of them.
Is it Scotland who buys more thermal, Midlands, South?
It probably
is it really evenly split?
I think it probably is Scotland, but I don't know if they sell it all into Scotland, to be honest with you. A lot of the dealers in Scotland do very, very well with this.
Yeah.
Some of them sell it back into England, which is really bizarre.
No, nothing like northern rates being significantly lower than southern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things. We thought we'd flood the market with night vision many years ago. I think Thomas Jacks has been going over 20 years.
Beauty is 3 years' time. It's dead. Old tech.
It's not dead.
No, it is significantly surpassed. You remember the N550 when it came out, 8 years ago? And everyone was raving about it. It was 1,300 quid? It was crap. Now...
If you put it up against a 450,
insane.
Yeah.
Now you can get that quality in a Pard 007.
Yeah.
For 400 quid.
We'd probably get them cheaper on the internet. But
yes,
we don't,
but not with a 2-year warranty.
Not with a 2-year warranty.
There you go.
And not with a service with a smile from
with the local gun shop.
Please do support your local gun shop. This is something I'm very passionate about. Having my own small business, is people shopping locally.
It does
and
help.
Supporting a gun shop. Yes, you might be a little bit more expensive on certain items.
Yeah, but you can come back.
You can bring it back if something goes wrong with it. You bring it back and go, I bought this from you, and
if you're civil, we're really helpful. Whoops.
But yeah, if you don't support your local gun shop, it may not be there for very long.
Well, this is it. It's one of those things. There's often posts online of why is there so little gun shops near me? Why is there no gun shops near me? But they're also by the same people who go, I bought this from 800 miles away and saved myself 20 quid.
Yeah.
Or I won't support them because they don't stock my bullets, can't get them in for a week. There has to be a balance. There has to be.
The one that gets me is when people say you're a rip-off. Not rip-offs, you have rates to pay, you have rent to pay, you have staff to pay, you've got to sit on this stock rather than some bloke who's basically working out of his garage and his bedroom, selling stuff dirt cheap on eBay.
Which is fine. There's a market, there's room for everybody. But and what we always say is every shop is slightly different. As you know, having been to quite a few, and each of those shops will have a different attitude that will serve a different purpose for different customers.
Absolutely.
So there is always something for everybody. And if you want to go and pay nothing for someone, you can go and do that. If you want to come in and have a cup of tea, you can come do that too.
Or a coffee.
Or a coffee for those who do not want to urinate all the time.
Or quite as much,
Probably the most exciting thing on the table. However, actually, I genuinely think that's probably the most exciting thing on the table. However, more than likely the viewers will just find it boring. Is this a new Axiom? Axiom. The Axiom Key.
The Axiom Key XM30, yes.
Okay. Actually, we need to take a step back. We spoke about letters, sensor sizes, and different sensors.
Yes.
What do the numbers mean?
The numbers is the focal length of the objective lens.
Which means what in real terms?
It's the size of the lens.
Zoom.
Can relate to zoom and field of view, yes.
So a 28, a 38, and a 50. How are they different?
So a 50 will have more zoom and a smaller field of view to a 38.
Okay, but they will read heat at the same distances?
Yes, they will, but obviously with more zoom...
You get more detail on the pixels.
You do. The way night vision is measured is the Johnson criteria. So it is a man-sized target. This is shortly after World War II, this was devised to measure how good night vision was.
Yeah.
Because you could say that one's that much and that one's that much, which is the best. You had no way to measure it. So with these... It is a man-sized target, so it is a torso-sized target. These will detect one of those at 1,850 metres.
And that will appear as a red blip?
Yeah, it will cover so many pixels on the screen.
On a cold night?
On normal circumstances, is basically. Some manufacturers use that to make claims that they can't back up, because if you ask anyone from Thomas Jacks or Pulsar, they'll say, well, yeah, it's 1,850 metres is what it's rated at. It's 850. but you don't go around looking for humans, you're looking for a fox. So it will be vastly reduced.
Yeah, I reckon a fox at a kilometre is spottable in short grass on a cold night, quite happily.
Right, again, right conditions.
Yeah, and it is right conditions, because you take them out of an evening and there's light bouncing off of everything, it can get a little bit more confusing.
But
on
then
a cold night, you can literally see through stuff.
Yes.
Because you can spot a head just bobbing around in the woods.
Yeah, you can tops of ears, stuff like that. That's what thermal's good for.
It's insane.
Yes.
It really is. Yeah.
It is, like people keep saying, game changer.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you've got more zoom, that will make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And if you've got the screens can come into it as well that you look at.
But for something like an air gun, you don't need zoom, potentially, because you'll be looking for squirrels in trees at 30 yards, 40 yards.
Or rats in a barn, which is something like that would come in very, very, the Seek units. These are fantastic.
Which is a cheap alternative.
It is, yeah. It will not get anywhere near these.
I would say, and I reckon most of that sort of stuff is a buy cheap, buy twice kind of thing. You're always going to be measuring it against this, and everyone does. And this is the problem, because they serve a real good spot in the market, but everyone's going to measure it against.
Yeah.
Well, the XP38 is the one that everybody.
XQ38 is the most popular hand. It's the Helion.
Yes,
it's the entry-level Helions, £2,249.95.
Yeah, it is $2,500, and it is mustard. And it's the one that everybody buys because it's the obvious choice.
Yeah, it's the cheapest out of all of them. It uses the nice battery packs, the V-Pack battery system. Easy to use.
Which is really handy. They last long enough as long as you remember to turn it off.
This is very good. 8 hours battery life on it. Yeah, continuous.
Thermal's
quite good like that, because you don't have an illuminator to drain the battery. But again, it depends how you use it. If you're using the Stream Vision, that will often drain
Stream Vision, beaming it to a phone.
Yes, and recording it.
Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, now, numbers explained, letters explained.
Yes.
This is the latest product, apart from this, but this is with $3,500, so this is quite a lot of money, the thermal scope, the Thermion. This is the Axiom. This is an extremely affordable item of thermal. Are you looking to almost replace that 38 market, as a handy stalker's tool? Because it's why everyone buys the 38.
Yeah.
Because it's the handy stalker's tool.
Yes. Helion is staying. Helion is a current model that is staying. That has replaced the Quantum Light XQ30V.
Yes.
Which is the same price.
Which nobody bought.
We never had it in stock. It was on back order currently.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody bought them because they couldn't. People did buy them. We sold every single one of those, and we had a back order list when we discontinued it. So this is taken over from it. It has a curved lens instead of a flat. It has a germanium lens instead of a flat one, and it has a better screen. That is the entry level one. Doesn't have the.
It's pretty good.
It's very good.
It is extremely.
The next one up is the XM30. Does have a better screen. Has a higher resolution screen, and it has Stream Vision, but it's £1,700.
Yes. And at £1,700, you're halfway to a Helion X.
Yeah, then you've got the XM38 as well, which is just under 2,069, I believe.
Do you feel like giving people too much choice? Or is that just me being...
I don't know, really. I mean, we're led by Pulsar. Okay. We obviously give them a lot of feedback.
I'm sure for them, it's nothing just to produce this, that, and the other. But for you, you've got to choose what to sell it all.
We've got to look at. They do show us prototypes. Whether it show me, they show my boss generally, and he will give them feedback on whether he thinks it will sell or not. Ultimately, that's the most important thing, is whether it will sell or not. We're a business first and foremost. However, at the moment, everything that Pulsar make, we can sell and sell many times over. I mean, the waiting list on those are huge.
It is an awesome thing. So you said it was what, £1,400?
At £1,269.95.
£1,269.
Same price as the Quantum Light.
And you're not losing much. So this is a 30. Did you say 30? Did I make that up?
Yes, XM30 key.
XM30 key. So XM being the smaller sensor and a 30 being less zoom than a 38.
Yeah, so it's got a 30mm lens. The XM sensor is the new sensor, the new 12 micron sensor.
How quickly is it updating? Because this obviously represents great value for money. It's half the price of an XQ38, but is nowhere near half the quality. Is it going to go the same way as Nightvision, that you can now buy really cheap, really quite good Nightvision units?
It will eventually come down. I mean, the last 5 or so years. Again, I've been in the trade for 12 months, so I haven't seen much of a change. But speaking to my colleagues, the change in thermal, the price has come down basically.
Oh, massively.
The quality has gone up as well. The price has gone down. How much further down it will go, I don't know, because how long will it be till that's 500 quid?
Hopefully not long. Well, hopefully long enough to sell.
Hopefully not too long, because
yeah,
I want to charge a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
Pulsar and George.
But there's always going to be a top end market, because I presume the top end gets better as the bottom end gets cheaper. So
the top end is still there. There's still the 20 grand units out there that we sell to the military.
Are they good? Have you looked through them?
Some of them I have, not the absolute top end ones I have. So, some of them, I don't think we have them anymore, but some of them are restricted, i.e. they have to stay in a locked case at work.
Because they are so good.
Because of who we buy them from.
Yes.
And their requirements on us.
Wow.
I don't get involved in the professional side of the business. It's called
military.
Police and military. I'm commercial. I'm commercial only, but I obviously work with the guys.
Work with the peasants and the.
Yeah, with the peasants.
The average gear.
The pond life, with the average gear, yeah. Interestingly enough, this cannot go to the military. We can't sell that to the military.
And why is that?
Because of the import agreement with the Pulsar have an import agreement.
Wow.
Because basically it comes from Belarus.
Something to do with trade.
I think it's politics, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, they could have it certified for that. They could go down that route and get it, but there's no point at the moment because they can sell every single one that they make currently.
Are they quite hard thermal units? What sort of returns rate do you get on a thermal unit?
Very, very low. We have a percentage that if we went over that percentage,
scrap the item or do a recall.
We'd potentially, it would be something like that. If Thomas Jacks have their own, and we will not distribute a product that is particularly bad on returns. Wow. The majority of the returns we get back, we do returns in house. Okay. There's so much we can fix.
You have a warranty department.
We have a warranty department. If they can't fix it, we'll go back to the factory. If it gets to that stage, it's under warranty, we'll generally just replace it with a new one.
Probably easier to do.
Much easier, better customer service. The percentage that actually come in and are faulty is quite low.
User error, I'm guessing. There's a lot of technology in one of these for your.
I hate to say it, but there is a lot of that because it's almost like saying my customers are idiots, but they're not. If you go from
it's complicated.
It is, well, a day scope. You could give that to pretty much anyone who's got a day scope. That's quite a high-end, complex day scope, and you could shoot that, you could operate that, you could zero that quite easily. You give them that, and it's a completely different ball game.
Do you zero this like an actual scope, or are these turrets fake?
No, these turrets are not turrets.
Packed.
So yeah, that is your USB in that one. I think it's that.
That's cool.
So that's a micro USB. Sorry. That one has a button there that you press into the menu, and that's a wheel. It turns your menu,
just like a BMW.
And that is one of your batteries. There's another battery in there. There's an internal battery.
That's very smart, isn't it? So you have to charge that unit twice.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, it's very, very clever, but it will tell you on the screen which battery it's using and how much is left in each.
So you've got a backup battery, essentially, is what you're saying.
So and they're not expensive. I think they're about 40, 50 quid.
Which is significantly cheaper, or it's half the price of the battery from your older ones.
Yeah, because they've got about half the
charge,
life,
half the quality,
half the juice. Yeah,
indeed. Okay, we're going to move on to my favourite thing on the table, and I would say that because I'm blasé about thermal, but because it's really good. But everyone's seen thermal. Mm-hmm. It's a new thing, and everyone's seen it. This is amazing. I don't need to sell these. Great value for money.
I don't need to sell these though because they sell themselves.
Yeah, I was going to say,
so good.
We can never get anything from you in the nicest possible way. This.
Oh, the voodoo.
This is
the voodoo magic.
AOTech Voodoo scope.
Yes.
I must admit that when he got it out of the box, I think new optics companies always need to do something really very magical to do to actually stick around. You know, they've got to come up with good value for money, or they've got to come up with something different.
A USP.
Yeah, or else why wouldn't you just buy Schmidt, Zeiss, Swaro, anything really?
Any of the established names. It's a very, very, very competitive market. Day optics.
Yeah, there's a lot of it too.
There's a lot of very good stuff.
But this is a tiny scope. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing you notice about it. It was really short, and it's really quite heavy. Mm-hmm. But this is a 5 to 25 zoom. So this is the shortest possible. This is the shortest 25 zoom scope on the market.
I believe so. It was last time we checked. Put it this. We've done comparisons.
34mm tube.
Yes. Yes, I think it is on that one. They're 30mm, 34mm. I think that one.
Locking turret or locking elevation turret.
Yes.
First focal plane. Mm-hmm. And everything about it is just such nice quality. I mean, you're not going to want to carry it for too long.
No.
But I say that it's probably about the same weight as any, because it's got the mounts.
The mounts are quite heavy on there. Samsung return to zero mounts on there, yeah.
Probably the same weight as most other sort of larger 25 times.
Again, we've done the comparison. The guys at work who are they're more geeky, I think is probably the best. And they've done the comparisons, and It is pretty much favourable in every aspect.
Unbelievably clear, saddle focus. It's just a cool toy. And then you told me the price, and that kind of put me off. Not that it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, we've done the price comparisons, and it is favourable. It's not a cheap scope though. It's Japanese made. The features on it, superb.
2,200 quid.
Yes, bargain.
I genuinely think it is, actually, rather depressingly. I think you're going to need a scope like this. It deserves to be on something a little bit tactical. It's got to be on a short rifle that you're trying to keep short and compact, without hanging a standard 25 zoom scope, which is going to be an extra, 2.5, 3 inches probably?
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah, certainly with a 34mm, you think something like a PM2 is an absolute monster.
Yeah. Great scope, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I would love a PM2.
Yeah.
Absolutely would, but
they are also... they're extremely heavy, and they're horse of course, aren't they? They deserve to be on top of a big F-class target type rifle. This is just... I know cool is a non-word, and I'm trying to delete it from my vocabulary, but it's cool.
It is, yes.
And that's literally all you can describe it as. It doesn't probably serve a practical purpose for a lot of UK reasons, but it's awesome.
Well, with all this kit, I'm in a very privileged position that I can borrow it, take it home, partly because for my job I need to know how to use it. I actually want to buy one of those. I want one of those for myself because it's so good. Well, I tell you what, I want to put that on. I want to get something like a straight pull AR and put that on it.
7-gun company, Speedmaster.
Yeah, or a Lantac, something like that. Might have to save up for a bit though.
I don't think it's a bad investment though.
No.
But you do need a rifle for it to go on, definitely.
Exactly.
Something like a CSR rifle.
Yeah, definitely,
cool.
yeah.
Or...
I mean, it's built for that. I mean,
the Practical Rifle League. Something like that. That'd be cool. Short, compact, cool.
I spoke to a guy who does CSR, and the specs I gave him, he said, yeah, that would be perfect for it.
Yeah, so short, nice, wildish
and
field.
The one thing I really like about it is that they've started from a clean sheet. So you've got a throw lever included as standard with every single voodoo.
It's not
scope.
exotic, but it works.
Exactly.
Nice.
But all of that moves rather than just a small ring.
I dislike and like that in the same moment. Good quality versions like that are good, but the cheap guys who do the same make me want to vomit. No, actually, so I'm going to badmouth something now, but we had a Remy 783 varmint package, brilliant rifle in the standard, 650 quid full retail for the basic one with a scope, a mod, a bipod, a rifle. Like, unbelievable quality, bargain. The scope on that's a little Bushnell copy, it's really nothing exciting. Then do the varmint package, extended bolt handle, bigger barrel, bigger scope. The scope is literally the most vile thing I've ever seen. If I had one to show you here, I'd show it to you, and you'd go, yeah. But that's kind of trying to copy a lot of this tactical-esqueness, but in a scope that's like 100 quid, which doesn't work. That is immense. Like, that is immense. All right. The machining on it is beautiful. It's all just it's a nice thing. It's cool.
It is a very nice thing.
I have absolutely no purpose for it in my life whatsoever. But it's really cool. Yeah. Like, I just think it would look nice on top of one of my rifles.
I think it looked fantastic on top of one of your rifles. I think you should buy two. One to have in the shop and one to have in your rifle.
Do you take Suarez in Part X?
Probably. So yeah, that's another very exciting brand that we've got.
Do you do well with Airtech in this country? They're obviously well known for their holographic sights.
The holographics you do quite well with, I mean, it's never going to be a big numbers brand because it's very expensive.
How much is a standard reflexy type of?
You're looking at about, I think they start from about £500-600, but it's not a red dot. Bad. It's a holographic. Yeah, it's totally different.
Oh, you say that. What's Aimpoint? They start at 550.
Yeah, Aimpoint is a very, very good red dot.
They are exceptional red dots.
They are. Yeah, I do like the Aimpoint.
Can you shoot holographic with both eyes open?
Yes. It's advisable to shoot it with both eyes open.
So it's kind of the same as a red dot, just the projection is different. The way the thing works is different, but the application is kind of the same?
Yes.
Military use Airtech.
Military use Airtech.
So it's got to be good.
Exactly, yeah. But they're designed, you can smash the front screen on it and it will still function.
Wow. Lifetime warranty?
10 years, I believe, on that. Yeah, I mean, a lifetime warranty, can't have a lifetime warranty in this country. 10 years, I believe, on that one. But I use them in competition with mini rifle, and they are superb. I much prefer them over a red dot, personally. And we've got the new green reticle.
What's the benefit of a holographic over a red dot?
So it's almost like it paints the reticle on the target, and you can have a much smaller dot as well.
So it's less of a vision between you and the target, almost.
Yeah, well, the red dots, I think the smallest red dot you can get is probably about 3 MOA.
They do smaller, but yeah.
It's not that common. Some of them are like 6 MOA.
They're expensive.
Yes, they're very expensive. EOTech, I think it's 1 MOA for the dots.
Wow.
And there's no parallax error at all. So regardless of how you're looking at it, what angle, if you can see that target,
it's on the target.
It's on the point of impact. And there's no eye box either. So shooting practical, if you have to start with a gun pointing down there and you've got a target,
you don't have that gun shouldered to go bang.
Yeah, as soon as you can see it. And again, practical, you have stages where you have to shoot weak shoulder. So again, if you've got a small eye box, you've got to really get behind it with your weak eye. As long as you can just see it, you can. The 2.2, I don't even shoulder it properly. It's only 2.2, so.
Very cool.
And I get to play with them from work, so.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a certain benefit to being able to kind of try before you buy. Always.
Yes. Return to zero as well. So
that's cool. So they obviously come with the built-on mount on the bottom.
You have quick release and a screw-on one for rail.
Night vision compatible? Like
some of them are.
Pointer?
Some of them are. Yes.
That's very cool, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Do they do their own night vision? Do you do a night vision compatibility?
We do. I wish I brought it with me. I'm going to probably get in trouble for this. The new Psionics Aurora is something it's a full colour night vision camera. No one has ever done full colour night vision. How much is it? It is £799.95.
A camera?
Yes, a camera that is full colour.
Is it image stabilised?
It has some image stabilisation, yes.
Can I have one? To have a look
By all means, you can buy one from me, yes, John.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can get some.
I'd love one to have a look at, just to what we're looking at, to be honest, for a night vision camera to use on the channel for more hunting videos, because actually the reason we don't put out a lot is because most of the time when you shoot a deer, a Micro Four Thirds camera can't pick it up.
Yeah.
Or any of these posh cameras can't pick it up. You can't. Don't look at me like that, Sash.
No, don't speak
how dark it is.
Name in vain like
All right. A digital SLR or similar.
A legendary camera.
A legendary camera for the daytime does not work as a night camera.
It doesn't, no.
And, there's only so much grainy black and white footage that we would want to put out without it kind of just being a bit like, it got a bit too dark for you to see with the camera, so look, we're switching to night mode and it's a bit crap.
Yeah. Well, this will do full colour in low light.
Is it good?
It is very, very good. So if it's a cracking bit of kit.
How big is it?
It's so big.
Does it clip on a rail in front of your red dot?
Yeah, you can clip it behind the red dot.
So it goes behind the red dot, as opposed to in front of it. That is insane.
And as an eyepiece on it that switches itself off when you're not behind it.
So for close range rabbit shooting, that kind of thing.
If you go on YouTube, there are people hunting with it in the States.
That's awesome.
It is amazing.
Not big money. It's not big
money. Not big money. We've sold quite a few already, actually. We've only had the brand for a month-ish.
That's very cool.
And it's been popular with the airsofters.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money, which scares me.
They do spend a lot of money. They like their Gucci kit, don't they?
Yeah, they probably own more AirTechs than any practical.
They probably do, actually.
It's really quite scary. But then why not?
Yeah.
So they don't have to go and spend £5,000 on a shotgun, just spend £5,000 on an airsoft gun. It's a toy. It's something that we use.
Exactly.
Spending £5,000 on a car, golf clubs, bike.
Yeah, I used to be into cars, and the money I used to spend on that was quite scary, really.
Unjustifiable. In retrospect. At the time, it was clearly justifiable.
Obviously. But yes, we have many, many cool brands with many cool
Obviously,
products.
Shooter King.
Shooter King.
That's what Paul Childley.
Yes, yeah. But lovely brand. Really, really like Shooter King. Good value, good quality.
Yeah. You'll move off that because I don't sell it.
But you can.
But I can get it.
You can get it. So if you want a nice new Veneto suit, you can come see this lovely gentleman.
Sharple.
Sharple. Yes, I hear you say. What is this new Sharple brand?
What is this exciting Sharple stuff?
It is fantastic. So a range of knife sharpeners. This is just a small section of it. Let me just hand that to you. This will sharpen knives and machetes, axes and scissors.
And scissors.
All in that.
And how much is this one?
That one is about £20, that one.
It's
20,
quite
30
reasonable.
pounds.
Quite reasonable. Does it work?
Oh, yeah.
Does it eat knives?
It's a pull-through. It will do what pull-throughs do. However, we have many other products that aren't
you have
pull-throughs.
beautiful sharpening stones with little rubber bases.
I'm sure you do.
No, you do.
Oh, we do. Sorry,
yes. You do.
My hearing's going. We have the diamond sharpening stones, the wet stones.
It's quite smart.
With a lovely rubber base. And we have stuff like this that will go in your pack. So you've got coarse, an extra fine, and a strop.
Handy to chuck in your stalking gear, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible for it. You turn up, you get to the deer, you pull your knife out, and you haven't sharpened it since the last 4 deer. You have cleaned it, obviously, with anti-bac wipes, because I'm not an animal. But it is dull. Yes. And having a portable sharpening device that isn't going to absolutely ruin a half-decent knife is kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Plus, in a pinch, mate, you save your life with paracord. Fact.
Exactly. One of my colleagues said the other day, I've never ever gone out with my knife and used it so much in one go that I've blunted it. And then he said the same, oh yeah, I've actually forgotten to sharpen it and taking it out blunt. That's what. But if you've got it there, then you'll probably never need it. But you'd rather have that than never need it.
It's quite cool, isn't it?
We do an
It's
axe.
orange.
It is orange, yes. You do an axe sharpener called the Face Off. Again, dual stones that flips over. A little puck, fantastic little thing.
I think that's the one though, isn't it?
That's very good, yeah. This is the one for us.
That's your glove box special.
This is the glove box, but as a sales product, this is the one, the 6-in-1. It has a retail price of $13.95.
Yeah, it's a cheapy special, sharpen everything you could ever want.
Exactly. It does serrated knives, there's fish hooks.
For those of you who care about your knives in a sensible way, you probably wouldn't use it.
It does have a fine pull through though.
However, for in a pinch, I'd rather have this than nothing at all.
Exactly, yeah.
And to be fair, for a lot of knives that are less exotic, and for a lot of people who, to be honest, don't care, this is the one.
If you've got a cheap knife and you just need it to be sharp.
I've dulled it a bit or accidentally smacked it through the sternum because I forgot my thing. I just felt like doing that. You can just run it through that. It's fine. Sharpen absolutely everything on it. It's cool. It's cool. But that's the one. It's got leather on it as well.
It is, yeah.
It's for extra bushcraft.
Well, quite. We do quite a big range. That's you do scissors, you do, like I said, machetes, axe sharpeners. And the quality is there. They're not expensive, but it is a very, very nice quality.
They do feel good.
We're very excited about taking that brand on. That one, I think it's about 26. I'll double check the prices for you.
20 something.
Flash them
20
up
or 30
screen
something.
somewhere. Yeah.
Less than 30.
Less than you would think.
Wow.
Actually, I think it's 20 quid. I think that's the one that's wrong in the catalogue.
It's cool. For 20 quid, it's just a nice thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it. What we should do is get a knife, similar sheath, similar handle, match pair, boom, job done.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like where you're coming from.
Gerber, as you also distribute, should do something like that for you. There you go.
They should do, yeah. They do many products. I'm sure there's something around there. This is the new Versafix. This is the new machete.
You sell a lot of machetes, which really surprised me.
Huge amount of machetes.
Who buys machetes?
All types of people buy machetes. I buy machetes.
Just because you can?
Yeah, I mean, I use mine in the garden. They're great for sort of building hides.
It's a very handy tool.
It's a very, very handy tool, yeah.
It's like a machete cookery kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the newer, fancier one. We do another version of that's a little bit cheaper and less fancy. Doesn't have the same finish on the blade. Has a different sheath.
I think, to be honest, for what I'd use a machete for, I really like the cheaper one. No, the cheaper one's quite cool. This one's pretty.
Yeah.
If you wanted a machete for occasional use and you're going to look after it, this is the one. But that cheaper one, I think, is
the
cheaper one's something significantly more of a tool, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I'd use this for like cutting biscuits. But I think that it's a bit too pretty to do anything else with that kind of strange edge.
But that will take the abuse, and it does have a 25-year warranty.
And you said that for all Gerber tools, even like the little 10, 15 quid knives.
Even the Winchester brand, which is part of Gerber, is licensed to Gerber. That is a 25-year warranty. For a 10 or 20 pound knife.
It's pretty good. And you guys are fairly good with warranties?
We're very good with warranties.
I'm obsessed with warranty.
I bet you are. It's when you've got someone coming in the shop moaning, you go, I've bought this.
You can't sell something if it doesn't have backup service. And I don't feel the need to do it, to cover it all myself, to be honest.
And part of the reason why Thomas Jacks has such a good name and we've done so well is because of our customer service.
I wouldn't know because I've never sent anything back.
Well, our stuff's obviously that good.
However, on a positive note, I have a lot of customers who phone you direct, and actually you've been really, not you personally, maybe you personally, who knows, have been extremely helpful. And actually that's really rare for a distributor because there's so much product knowledge that is needed for all of these. There are people in shops who know a lot about it, but the fine details, I mean, Christ, we sell obviously just more than Pulsar, unfortunately. A broad spectrum of knowledge, and it's really nice to have a distributor who will take phone calls from the public and answer questions to the public. Look, handy little retention thing. Beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah,
we don't sell direct. There are other distributors that will sell direct, but we won't sell direct. We will sell parts. So if someone needs a new lens cap for their Photon, we'll sort them out. Because a lot of dealers don't want the hassle, which is fine. But we will offer free advice. So if you have one of our products or are thinking about buying one of our products, absolutely, we will email us or phone us and we will give you free advice.
Very cool. We like that. Free advice service is always very much appreciated from end users.
Yeah, well, ultimately, they're
and
our
ourselves,
customers.
to be honest. Because actually,
you know, how many different products have you got in the shop downstairs? You can't be an expert on all of them.
Well, it's the little questions like, what if your eyes are less far apart?
Yeah, because not many people stock £5,000 thermal binoculars.
Just sit them on the shelf for everyone to touch and play with.
Well, you wouldn't have them sat on the shelf. You'd sell them within probably a few weeks.
Guarantee.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much guarantee, yeah. Axion, you would never stock those. I can guarantee. You order those from me today, I'll phone you up in 6 months and say I've got them, and you'll probably have them sold already.
I look forward to it, mate. It's going to be good.
And the one we haven't been through yet, actually.
Oh, yeah, the thing that I actually was almost, like, I'm going to buy personally out of everything here.
You're going to buy many of these, aren't you? I'm going to walk away today with such a big order from you.
Well, quite possibly, mate. Quite possibly. Quite possibly not at the same time. Who knows? Just toss a coin. I'll give you everything that's in my back pocket. Yeah. This is a SpyPoint Link Micro. I saw this at EWA. It is the smallest and most up-to-date remote camera.
It is the most affordable cellular trail cam on the market.
That's the one.
So that
200
will
and something quid.
£199.95 retail.
You get 100 free photos sent to you a month, and the rest get stored on the disc.
All the photos get stored on the SD card, and you have an app. You have the SpyPoint SpyLink app, I think it is, on your phone or your computer. If you don't have a smartphone, you don't have to have a smartphone. You can use a computer. Obviously, you have to have a computer or a smartphone. If not, then
it's probably buying such a technological thing.
Yeah.
Is probably the wrong thing for you.
It probably is, yeah.
You've got to go out with a camera with film and go and photo the Ds.
So yeah, you can set it as to how many it sends to your phone as well, and when it takes photos. It's very, very clever.
I think the nicest thing is that actually you can log in through an app and control everything, as opposed to have to go in through a very complex menu on a tiny screen. Well, I looked at the screen inside, but it's not going to be...
No, it's not, no. Yeah. You can also report it stolen.
That is insane, and I presume it will send you a location or something online.
I believe so. When it turns back on, it will triangulate itself. But I think you can effectively shut the unit off.
Wow.
So if someone decides they want to steal your trail cam, first of all, they won't be able to use it, and secondly, you'll get a photo of them stealing it.
Yeah. What do you need to get this going?
So you need some money. First of all,
$199.99.
$199.95. Come and see the Gun Shop Botley, and they will sort you right out with one. You need a micro SD card.
Micro SD, which is cheap.
Yep. You need some form of smartphone or computer, which you normally already have.
Hopefully.
And some AA batteries.
That's it.
And a tree to stick it to, or what have you.
And some deer to walk in front of it, preferably, or something.
Or anything.
I remember when they came out years ago, and to be honest, they were pretty crap. But a bit like all technology, it's moved on. They were amazing at the time. In hindsight, they were awful. That is insanely cool. It's tiny, it's lightweight, it's got long battery life. It sends you 100 photos for free.
You can have unlimited photos sent to your phone. It would only cost you, I think it's about €10. It's the most expensive package. That's a 3-month agreement.
So just roll in 3 months?
Yeah, you can have a 12-month one as well. It's a little bit cheaper, same quality. But I mean, for me, for my needs, if I was to use it, probably 100 would be enough to your phone.
More than likely.
At least you know, for some people, security companies use these. So all they want to know is there's just someone there. Yeah. If something's triggered it, oh right, it's a trespasser, criminal, blah, blah, blah.
If it's on Buck Highway, you're going to want to pay for unlimited. But you probably would pay unlimited just to see the traffic. If you're getting more than 100 photos a month off of it, pay €10.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say the Thomas Jackson is clearly it's the cool toy company. I mean, that's it.
Honestly, it is the showroom. You should come up and see the showroom.
Oh, obviously.
It is superb. There is this is a tiny section of what we have in the showroom. There is some seriously cool stuff there, and lots of it. It is my little.
It's not bread and butter stuff, is it? It's
really, not. No.
None of it's bread and butter stuff. It's just cool dream toys.
That is $13.95. I'd just like to go back to this product. This is how excited I am about the Sharpall brand. Thomas Jack taking the Sharpall brand on. Stock will be here in June.
You seem more excited about that than you do about anything else, mate. It's amazing.
I just think it's great. I mean, yeah, £5,200.
I can afford this.
But yeah, I could afford more than one of these. This is great.
I can afford one of these a month.
But so can you, and so can all of your customers. And this comes in a nice little display box. You can put on your counter. Every single customer that walks, you can say, "How about Sharp?"
Yeah, like that.
£13.95, and they'll all say yes. I guarantee you.
I do think this is awesome, by the way.
Thermions.
Yeah. But I'm not a thermal scope lover.
You're not.
I don't know. It's just not for me yet.
No.
Yet.
Not yet. No.
That's it. And it is a yet because things are moving on so fast. When it can bring it up and magnify it to 100 times and bring it in and turn it into day and flip it all in front of me and then pull the trigger itself, I'm all there.
But where's the fun
remotely?
In that? Yeah, remotely.
Put these two in a bed with some romantic music. I'm there. Mate, thank you very much for coming in.
Not
a
problem.
Fun, looking at some awesome toys, and I'm sure a few of them will end up on our shelves inevitably.
I expect so. Thank you, Jonathan. Been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been wonderful.